Good morning, good morning, good morning, students. Before starting today's session, first I will quickly revise. In last session, we have started with the accounting standard 2 inventory valuation, that is the asset-based accounting standard. In today's session, first I'm going to start with the accounting standard 10, that is a property, plant and equipment, and after that I'm going to start with the accounting standard 2, which is called as inventory valuation, in which we are going to see some illustration part because illustrations are not yet completed. I know Durga Puja is going on, so many students are enjoying their festival, but your exam is your festival and not. I won't say you won't enjoy, but important is only 20 minutes, 30 minutes is okay. So in today's session, what we are going to start with, this is a property, plant and equipment, but as you are aware about the other sessions, that first we'll start with the quick revision of all accounting standards. So those students who have not yet answered, please raise your hand so that you will get the chance to answer all accounting standards, and this is a quick revision for you. So students, raise your hand. Those students who have never answered, yes, do not have some fear. Yes, beta Mahi, very good. Other students, चलो तो आज की शुरुआत माही से करते हैं, जिन्होंने आज
गुड
तक
मॉर्निंग
आंसर नहीं
सर।
दिया है। यस बेटा माही जी, जिन्होंने आज तक अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स का नाम नहीं बताया, बेटा आपको एक काम करना है, आज अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड से नाम से शुरुआत करनी है। यस बेटा स्टार्ट। चलो माही जी। यस माही स्टार्ट बेटा। माही जी जल्दी से अनम्यूट कर दीजिए, नहीं तो मैं दूसरे का नाम ले लेता हूँ। चलो बोलिए।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हाँ जी, अभी आपको म्यूट मत कीजिए।
हाँ जी सर।
हाँ जी बोलिए फटाफट। हाँ
ओके सर। AS1 is disclosure of accounting policies. AS2 is valuation of
आवाज ही गया माही। आवाज गया माही। चलिए रोजालिन जी बोलिए।
Sir, AS1 is disclosure of accounting policy. AS2 is valuation of inventories.
इन्वेंट्रीज।
Third one is cash flow statement. Fourth one is contingency and events occurring after the balance sheet date. Fifth one is net profit and loss for the prior item.
नेट प्रॉफिट और लॉस द पीरियड, वेट नेट प्रॉफिट और लॉस फॉर द पीरियड, प्रायर पीरियड आइटम्स एंड चेंजेस इन अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज। ओके
Yes, sir. Seventh is construction contract. Sixth is omitted. Eighth is omitted. Then ninth is revenue recognition. 10th is property, plant and equipments. 11th is the effects of changes of foreign exchange rates.
बस बस
Rate
बस
change.
बस 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 बस। आदित्य सिन्हा 12।
So 12th is accounting for government grants. 13th is accounting for investment. 14th is accounting for amalgamation. AS15 is employee benefit. AS16 is borrowing cost. AS17 is segment reporting. AS18 is related party disclosure. AS19 is leases. AS20 is earning per share.
बस बस बस। सानिया 21।
Sir, good morning, sir. AS21 consolidated financial statements. AS22 accounting for taxes on income. AS23 accounting for associates. AS24 discontinuing operations. AS25
interim financial reporting।
yes, sir. Interim financial reporting. AS26 intangible assets. AS27 financial reporting for interest in joint ventures. AS28 impairment of assets. AS29 provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets.
Very good Sanjay, have you maintained your notebook?
Yes sir.
100 pages
Yes sir.
up to date है?
Yes sir.
कहाँ से हो?
Sir, Meerut, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. और sessions, are you finding it interesting?
Yes sir.
Okay. सभी सेशंस को अपडेट करके आपने आज तक की नोटबुक बनाई हुई है। कौन सा
Yes
अकाउंट
sir.
आपका स्टैंडर्ड बाकी है?
सर कंप्लीट है।
और कौन सा स्टैंडर्ड आपको डिफिकल्ट गया?
सर सर सभी इजी हैं।
सभी इजी है, वेरी गुड, गुड आंसर। और एक आध ऐसा कि जो थोड़ा सा आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा वापस से?
सर 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 थ्योरी पार्ट। सर प्रैक्टिकल तो स्ट्रांग है।
थ्योरी पार्ट, ठीक है।
यस सर।
Good morning, sir. Thank you for switching on chat box. Last 2 days it was too inconvenient to switching between Zoom and portal. Kindly, we need a chat box in the Zoom. So I guess in direct message to CA faculty will not cause any issues. Yes, the problem is that some students, or we don't know exactly, some people who have some, they are unsound mind people, and they join this and they don't understand these classes are going on free of cost, and therefore we have to share this link on webcast or on, on portal. And therefore what happens, some students, or might be we won't say it that students, they're of unsound mind only, they come to these classes, they are, they annoyed, or they give some, means that chat is also we can't describe, and therefore it's very difficult for us, and that's why we stop that chat section. So students, एक ही बात है, ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स जो होते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स भी नहीं बोलेंगे, जो भी कोई होगा बेटा, वो अपने क्या बोलो अभी मैं उनको, मतलब उनको यही पे सब कुछ करके जाना है आज, ये जो आप लोगों के लिए हमने ये एक्टिविटी रखी हुई है और वो देखा हुआ है, उससे तो डरो, इतना तो मैं बोलूंगा कि आपको जो भी करना है करो, पर ये स्टूडेंट्स एक्टिविटी है और आप जानबूझ के ये कुछ कर रहे हो तो आप देख लीजिए, मतलब ये क्या टाइम पास तो नहीं चल रहा है यहाँ पे? ठीक है, लेट्स नॉट कमेंट ऑन ऑल दिस थिंग्स, बट जो भी कर रहा है, बट आप लोगों को एक लास्ट टाइम वार्निंग दे रहे हैं हम लोग, और कल उठ के सपोज ये कुछ केस अलग लेवल पे हो गया और ठानी ली इंस्टीट्यूट ने डिटेल में जाने की, तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा। इतना ही ध्यान रखो, क्योंकि आपने आईटी आज सेल कितना बड़ा है आप सबको ही पता है। सो ये बेटर है कि एक वार्निंग दे के हम लोग आपको छोड़ देंगे, और हमें इतना ये भी नहीं करना है, ठीक है? चलिए, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। और फैकल्टीज को भी ये होना चाहिए, मैं तो खुद बोलता हूँ आई एम वेरी स्ट्रांग मेंटली, मेरे इसमें ऐसा कुछ भी हुआ तो मैं इग्नोर करूंगा बस, ठीक है? नेक्स्ट वन, चलो, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10। यस बेटा, न्यूसेंस बहुत है ये बद लोगों का, कुछ बोल रहे थे ऐसे, एंड आई नो कि आपको बीओएस पोर्टल पे जाके वापस क्वेरी देना इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट। सो जस्ट इट्स रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल ऑफ यू कि सपोज समटाइम्स इट हैपन्स, तो ऐसा कुछ होता है तो रेज योर हैंड एंड विल सी, ओके? चलिए, सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 10 प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट। Before starting accounting standard 10, open your 100 pages book of accounting standard 2. Any of you want to take a revision? Any of you, what is the definition of asset? Yes, Nitish, I know that. Any one of you? Yes, beta, very good. Chaliye, so Dama iPhone. Yes, I don't know Dama iPhone. Huh?
Good morning, sir.
You're from?
Usually, Sai Charan, I am Sai Charan, sir, myself.
Okay,
I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so start. What
Assets
is
are
account? I will ask you some question. What
sure.
is the definition of asset?
Assets are the economic resources held by an enterprise from which future economic benefits are expected to flow into an organization.
Very good. So it is probable benefit or it is 100% benefit?
It's a probable benefit, sir.
Okay, very good. Probable benefit. Sir, please explain this statement. Pranoj is asking. So the sentence is very simple. Yes, whenever you are recording asset, so you should have control over it. First one. So definition of control is like that. You do not have ownership, but control is important. Now we are going to see this definition in intangible assets also. The same definition. And for defining any asset, ownership is not important. For example, suppose if asset belongs to my father-in-law, okay, he presented, or suppose he gifted me one car, and that car is actually in the name of my father-in-law. Example, I'm using this car in my business. Name is of my father-in-law for on that asset. But remember, I'm going to record that asset as I have a control over that asset. I'm not talking about my wife. Huh? Yes, so that's why wife cannot be recorded as an asset. It is, you should have a control over it. Just joking. So control is very important. And what is the control definition? That if asset ownership is not important, but control is important. Okay. So second one, so asset is cost which is incurred in the past. You must have the control. And second one is third one is probable future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise. And last one is that cost can be measured reliably. Okay. Next one. Yes, Damaji. Next question is, what is the difference between inventory and property, plant and equipment? Can you tell me the difference?
Property, plant, and equipment inventory from which the future economic benefits is less than 12 months. Sir.
Okay. And
That means we
property, plant.
and that another difference is inventory we are used to say sale, but property, plant, equipment is for our own consumption, durable consumptions.
Very good. So in simple language, do not mute yourself. See, the basic difference between two is very simple. Inventory we are going to use in the ordinary course of business for selling purpose. But property, plant and equipment is not for selling it, but we need it for some type of production. And today we are going to see the definition. We can fetch rent out of this. And third one, it is for administrative purpose also we are using this. Okay, rental purpose, production purpose, and administration purpose. So it is not for sale in the ordinary course of business, property, plant and equipment. So you must define it separately. 2 and 10. Okay, very good.
Sure.
Third question to you. Today you are talking in sense of, accounting language. You are not using general language, and I'm very happy that now you can understand and you are able to speak in accounting sense, not in general sense, and this is required. ये मैं पहले ही बोल देता हूं, जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं आज इन्होंने जो डेफिनेशन बताया हुआ है, ये डेफिनेशन उन्होंने अकाउंटिंग भाषा में बताया हुआ है. सो अकाउंटिंग लैंग्वेज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जनरल लैंग्वेज उन्होंने यूज नहीं किया बिल्कुल भी. यस, नाउ टेल मी, while valuing inventory, we value it at dash dash. Okay, fill in the blank.
Yes, sir. Firstly, we value at a purchase cost plus three costs are considered. Purchase cost, the last one is other cost, and the cost is attributable.
Cost of conversion.
Cost of conversion, sir.
Okay, very good. In cost of conversion, we divided it in three parts. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Which are that three costs?
Overheads.
Okay. Direct labor.
Direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, overheads.
No. So it's I hope you have written your 100 pages book. Direct labor, overheads, and joint costs.
Okay.
Joint product, byproduct, that is the final amount. So labor we do not have. Material is not conversion cost.
Yeah.
Material is what you introduced. So it is not the conversion cost. Overhead we have divided in two parts. Fixed overhead and variable overhead. And fixed overhead we calculate Which amount? We
Estimated.
calculate
Estimated.
recovery amount.
Recovery rate.
Recovery rate, how we are going to see it. Okay, recovery rate, how to calculate. But we calculate it's on normal capacity or actual capacity, whichever is higher. Okay, recovery rate. And variable overhead. See, this is like you have to revise. It's okay that you are not aware about these sentences. And whenever you are not aware about these sentences, note down it. Okay. So
Sure.
note it down fast. Yes, I answered this 3 costs. फटाफट लिखिए ये. And variable overhead is based on which capacity?
Actual capacity.
Very good. Actual capacity. In joint cost, which method is preferable method?
In joint
Which-
cost, sale value at a split off.
Very good. Sales value at split up is preferable. Do not open your notebook. Huh?
No, sir, I am actually in the traveling. That's
Okay.
why I joined in my.
Okay, no problem. Do not open your notebook. It's okay if you are getting wrong answer. Doesn't matter. And byproduct is recorded at
Byproduct is recorded at sale values.
net realizable value. Okay. What is the difference between fair value and net realizable value? Can you recall it?
Net realizable value, fair value relates to the industry where all players in the industry will get the same value. But net realizable value specifically relates to our organizations.
Entity
Which-
specific value. Very good. Very good. Yes. Then how to calculate NRV for WIP? Is NRV for WIP and NRV for finished goods are same or different?
NRV for same, sir.
No. Finished goods NRV is different from WIP NRV. Okay, because WIP NRV we have future estimated cost. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and that future estimated cost we are going to deduct it. Finished goods is already, we
Finished.
have completed. So it does not have future estimated cost to complete the product. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what is the basic difference? For finished goods, it is selling price minus selling expenses. And for WIP, selling price minus selling expenses minus cost to make
Income.
cost incurred to complete the product. Okay.
Okay, sir.
What is the NRV for raw material? It is the same that you are going to sell it in the market, then that per price will be considered or different price will be considered for raw material calculation.
For raw material calculation, cost
What is-
or net realizable value, whichever is.
No, replacement price will be considered. You remember that word replacement price?
Yes, sir.
What is replacement price? The future of raw material is depending on
It's markets.
finished goods. I have given that example.
Yeah, sir. If finished goods value reduces, we need to reduce the value of. Raw material.
If finished goods is recorded at cost, raw material,
material should
though
be
it
at
has
cost.
having the lesser price in the market, we will record at cost. But if finished goods is recorded at NRV, raw material will be recorded at replacement price.
Cost.
Replacement price is cost or NRV, whichever is lower.
Okay.
Okay. Replacement price of raw material is cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Got the concept?
Yes, sir.
बहुत बढ़िया. Okay. ठीक है. Yes, but I am going to explain this. Pranavji, I will explain this. Don't worry. We are going to solve question. So at that time, I am going to explain this. Next term that I want to ask you. So ये हो गया, NRV हो गया, and one more point. Why we recorded cost or NRV which is lower? Which is the concept it is called as?
Prudence concepts.
Prudence concept. Very good. Huh? What about the difference between normal loss and abnormal loss?
Normal loss, it is in the ordinary course of business and it was uncontrollable, sir. But abnormal loss can be controllable, but it happens to unexpected events. Normal
how-
cost. For normal cost, we will charge to the price, but abnormal cost, we will charge to our P&L.
Normal loss will be absorbed by good units. What will be the sentence? Normal loss is
Will be
absorbed by good units. So we never record it in the books. Okay.
yes.
Because it is already recorded by good units. But abnormal loss is not absorbed by good units. So we have to record it separately. Okay.
Okay. Sir.
And therefore, for example, simply I am giving you the example. Suppose you do not have earnings. Example. Okay. So your friends, they are giving you a pocket money. So your whatever the loss will be controlled by your friends. Okay. But suppose if there are no friends, then your loss won't be charged. फिर आपको लगेगा कोई charity. Okay. So similarly, you can recall this concept. Normal loss, we have good units to absorb it. We have good friends to absorb it. So normal loss will be absorbed by good units. And abnormal loss, no one is there. So we will charge it separately. We will record it separately. And therefore, we have to give two effects. One P&L debit and second one is trading credit. Similarly, you can recall this. So normal loss versus abnormal loss. So here we have finished with the revision of accounting standard 2. So you must be aware about the capacity. Second important point, what is the difference between normal loss, abnormal loss? How to calculate NRV for WIP, that is a favorite question. Joint product, byproduct, joint cost, how to record it. Byproduct, at what price we are going to record it, that is also one of the favorite question. And some theory question will be asked. How many of you have completed accounting standard 2 from StudyMat all illustrations? Raise your hand. Yes. How many of you have completed? Sir, I read all illustrations. Okay, very good. Very good, beta. ठीक है. Those students who are not yet doing this homework, means there are hardly 16 to 18% students who are attending this. And it is really a shameful thing. जो भी स्टूडेंट्स ये होमवर्क नहीं करना चाहता है बेटा, आपको मैं पहले ही बोल देता हूं. ठीक है, थैंक यू. आपने बहुत अच्छे आंसर्स दिए.
Thank you.
यस. I am expecting 100% students will complete this homework. So next time, whenever you are coming to class now, because these standards are very difficult after disclosure standards, now actual illustrative examples we are going to start with. So please be serious about your studies. You have to invest daily 3 hours whenever I am taking the session. On that date, you have to work at least 2 hours. If I'm not taking a session, 3 hours, all illustrations you have to solve. बट ठीक है, अभी क्या बोलूं मैं, नहीं करना है तो मत कीजिए. बाद में बहुत पछतावा होगा, बहुत ज्यादा, कि सर के साथ थे 3 और सी नाउ रिवीजन batch which is going on, students are not, they are worried about their timings. They are not getting proper timing. You have proper timing for May batch. But still, if you are not studying, beta, try to understand. Last 2 months, preparation, it won't work out. Your 6 months preparation always work out. और जिन्होंने भी ये पढ़ाई स्टार्ट नहीं किया है, बिलीव मी, आप लोगों को बाद में बहुत पछतावा होगा. चलिए, ठीक है. ओके. Revisions are important. We have done with the revision part. I'm investing 25 minutes in revisions. Okay. तो ये ध्यान में रखो. I already have given proper time for S2 also. Chalo, so let's start S10. Property, plant and equipment अपने आप में समंदर है. Very big standard, okay? Because there are concepts like cost model also and revaluation model also. So here, inventory, we have only cost or NRV, which is lower, we are going to record. Each asset has its own, feature. Inventory will be recorded in different way. Property, plant and equipment. First, why this standard is important, whether this is accounting standard or disclosure standard, but obvious. Disclosure standards are already over. Now this is the accounting standard. What is accounting standard? First, we have to understand whatever expenditure we have incurred, whether this is recorded in the books of accounts or not as a property, plant and equipment. तो सबसे पहले हमें इसका R देखना पड़ेगा. R मतलब recognition. First thing we have to understand, this is the recognition. Recognition means we are going to record it in the books. So whatever expenditure incurred. Now when to recognize? We have some analysis for recognition. Then at what value? Like inventory, cost definition. Now you can recall that chart. Sir, raw material plus conversion cost plus other cost. Similarly, here measurement part. Why measurement part is important? Because we are not incurring only that expenditure. With that, we have to prepare some extra expenditure. And this is property, plant and equipment. So expenditure are only not to buy this asset. Whatever related, जो भी asset हमने खरीदा, बस उतनी खर्चे नहीं है भाई. If I bought one AC, I have to install it. And installation will take itself 2,000 rupees. And suppose if that AC का जो copper का line है, या आई थिंक कॉपर होता है, कॉपर तो होता है फिक्स है, एक एल्यूमिनियम का भी आता है. सो वो जो पाइप है, पाइप दैट ऑल्सो कॉस्ट मी. ओके, बिकॉज इंस्टॉलेशन कॉस्ट, सपोज इफ इज पॉसिबल जो कंपनी का इंस्टॉलेशन होगा, बट आफ्टर दैट सपोज इंस्टॉलेशन आपने दीवार बीच में ही किधर तो एसी लगाना है आपको, एंड इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल, आपको एक्स्ट्रा वायरिंग करना पड़ेगा, एक्स्ट्रा पाइप लेना पड़ेगा, एंड इन दैट केस इट विल बी more cost to you. So it's not only 2,000 rupees. Sometimes you have to incur some site preparation cost. Site preparation cost means what? It is not easy to install it immediately. First you have to prepare for that asset some point. Means some, leveling karna padega asset ka. All these things we have to do. So that site preparation cost will be added. Sometime after installation, you have to incur some advertisement expenses. Okay. It might happen that you are advert or any expenditure which is related after installation. So what is about after installation? After installation, then what expenses like, we paint any asset, or suppose we change a part of that asset. So in that case, whether that is a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure, we have to identify. So measurement is very important. At recognition means when you are buying asset, after recognition, after purchase of the asset, after 1 year, 2 years, you are incurring some expenditure. So this is not like inventory, because inventory is only for 1 year. Here we are going to incur some assets also. Then meanwhile, your price of the asset is also going to change. So what about that model? Revaluation model. How I'm going to do that? That is also given. So measurement part is very huge, part of this accounting standard. Then where to present? What about depreciation? How to present it? And last one is the disclosure part. Okay, so measurement part is challenge in this accounting standard, presentation and then disclosure. RMPD analysis, recognition, measurement, presentation and disclosure. Up to S2, we know only disclosure based. For S1, 17, 18, 20, 24, 25 and 3 also. But after that, we have RMPD analysis: recognition, measurement, presentation, and disclosure. So let's start. So you understood. You have now idea about the RMPD analysis. Okay. So RMPD analysis इसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एक बार ध्यान में रखो. देखो S2 एक बार हिंदी में समझ लो. S2 और S10 के बीच में बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस है, क्योंकि S2 है ना, वो 12 महीने के अंदर वाले एसेट्स के लिए है. S10 अपने साथ 10-12 साल चलने वाली एसेट है. तो ये 8-10 साल की जो एसेट है, तो इसको रिकॉर्ड भी प्रॉपर तरीके से करना पड़ेगा, और इसके ऊपर खर्चा भी बाद में होने वाला है. अभी बाद वाले खर्चे का क्या ट्रीटमेंट देना है वो अपने को यहाँ पे ही समझ में आएगा S10 में. तो दोनों का व्यू आपको अलग रखना है. 2 का और 10 का कॉम्बिनेशन नहीं हो सकता. 10 ये दिखने वाली एसेट है, तो नहीं दिखने वाली एसेट के लिए अलग स्टैंडर्ड है भाई सब. S26 है. फिर कुछ एसेट हम लोग लीज पे लेते हैं, तो वो थोड़ी एसेट है सर, वो तो भाड़े पे लिया हुआ है, पर वेट सब्सटेंस ओवर फॉर्म की कॉन्सेप्ट है. तो S19 भी हमें देखना पड़ेगा. कभी कभी एसेट से रिलेटेड इंटरेस्ट का भी हमें देखना पड़ेगा, तो बोरोइंग कॉस्ट होता है, वो भी कैपिटलाइज होता है, तो वो भी एसेट में ही आता है, कैपिटलाइज हो रहा तो वो S16 उसका पार्ट है भाई सब, वो भी देखना पड़ेगा. और एसेट में गिरावट भी हो सकती है, तो इम्पेयरमेंट बोलते हैं उसको, नीचे जाना एसेट की वैल्यू, तो वो भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा भाई सब. इम्पेयरमेंट ऑफ एसेट है ही क्या इसमें, ये स्टैंडर्ड्स एसेट बेस्ड स्टैंडर्ड में बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्टी नहीं है, बट हमें इसका बेस समझने पड़ेगा कि क्यों हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं. 2 और 10 के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस है, एक साल के नीचे, एक साल के ऊपर. खर्चे तो बढ़ने वाले एक साल के ऊपर है, तो ये खर्चे को अभी भी करना पड़ेगा, बाद में भी खर्चा करना पड़ेगा. सो अभी रिलेटेड खर्चे जो होंगे उसका क्या करेंगे, बाद में जो खर्चे होंगे उसका क्या करेंगे, इसके डेप्रिसिएशन का क्या करेंगे, वैल्यू जो डिक्रीज होती है. और वो एसेट की वैल्यू मार्केट में लेने गए तो सर पहला हमने उस दिन ही प्रिंसिपल देखा था, हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट, उसके बाद रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू, वो सब जो है, करंट वैल्यू, करंट कॉस्ट, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, तो ये सभी अपने को इसमें भी पढ़ना पड़ेगा भाई साहब. तो वो 4 वैल्यू जो है वो इधर पढ़ लेंगे, उसमें से कौन सी वैल्यू है, रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल जो है वो देख लेंगे. तो भैया ये सब कुछ S10 में है, ये ध्यान में रखिए, बहुत मस्त स्टैंडर्ड है, लॉजिकली समझ में आया, और मैंने पूरा चार्ट सिस्टम में दिया हुआ है. आप मॉड्यूल पढ़ोगे तो आपको बाद में लगेगा कि सर ने इतना बढ़िया तरीके से बना के दिया था कि फुल मेरे अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड दिमाग में रह गया, वो चार्ट्स में पूरा याद हो जाएगा. और 100 पेजेस की नोटबुक मतलब आपकी संजीवनी है बेटा, वो तो आप लोगों को कभी भी पढ़ो पूरा चार्ट टू चार्ट याद आ जाएगा. इससे ज्यादा मैं आपको कुछ नहीं कर सकता हूँ. फैक्ट बताइए, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव स्टडीड S2 फ्रॉम स्टडी मैट आफ्टर एक्सप्लेनेशन फ्रॉम माय साइड? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव कंप्लीटेड ईच एंड एवरी लाइन ऑफ स्टडी मैट? यस. भूमिका, आर यू गोइंग टू शेयर योर एक्सपीरियंस व्हाइल रीडिंग अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड 2? आपने वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट लगा या आपको पूरा याद आ रहा था?
सर वो पूरा याद आ गया था मुझे जब आपने एक्सप्लेन किया था.
अच्छा, पूरा एस का एक एक लाइन पढ़ा आपने मॉड्यूल में से?
यस सर.
बहुत इजी लगा? उसके बाद कितना टाइम लगा आपको, कितना टाइम लगा आपको मॉड्यूल में से
15
पढ़ने?
मिनट.
हाँ,
यस सर.
कितना टाइम लगा था अंदाज से?
सर 15 मिनट.
बस 15-20 मिनट? इतना फास्ट पूरा मॉड्यूल पढ़ के हो गया?
हाँ AS2 पढ़ा था बस.
नहीं बेटा, थोड़ा ज्यादा टाइम लगना चाहिए था. इतना फास्ट कैसे पढ़ लिया आपने?
पढ़
ओके,
लिया.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. कितने पेजेस थे मॉड्यूल में? 4, 5, 6, 8 पेजेस थ्योरी?
यस सर. यस
ओके, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट टाइम थोड़ा स्लो पढ़िए, एकदम इतना भी
सर.
फास्ट मत पढ़िए. ठीक है. यस. चलो. यस, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आफ्टर एक्सप्लेनेशन यू रीड स्टडी मैट. चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट. S10, property, plant and equipment. Let's understand the definition. Running notes, rough pages, running notes. जल्दी जल्दी रनिंग नोट्स ओपन कर लीजिए. Yes, you have to write everything nahi, main points, key points, and at the end I will give you 100 pages book. Okay. No problem, beta Abdullah. Introduction part. PPE are tangible items. Recall this definition. Yes, I am going to ask you this definition. So let's see how many of you can recall this definition. PPE are the tangible item which we can see. It is divided in two parts. Held for use in. Number one, production or supplies. Rental purpose. I already explained you. Administration purpose. And it is expected to be used for more than 12 months. So this definition you have to write it in exam. Raw material definition we have divided in three parts. Finished goods, WIP and raw material. Okay, if you remember, technical language. And here technical language is held for use in production or supply, rental purpose, administrative purpose, and expected to be used for more than 12 months. Okay, so this is the definition of PP. I will ask you this definition afterwards. Okay, note down it. Don't write it in 100 pages book. You can copy it afterwards. Just running notes. Rough pages pe. Why today we are having less attendance? ठीक है. Applicability. Accounting standard 10 is applicable. It's entirely to the all levels, and there are some disclosure exemptions. Means you don't have to disclose everything for level 3 and level 4. So this standard is normally applicable to all levels, but disclosure we have some exemptions. Okay, so this paragraph I won't say you have to recall it. This is only for understanding purpose. Applicability. What is not included? You know that agriculture produce, WIP, service providers inventory. So that was excluded from AS2. So similarly, every AS has come scope in and scope out. Scope in means scope is applicable. And scope out means not applicable. It is not applicable. If other accounting standard permits it, what obvious. This is very important. When I studied accounting standard 10, biological asset does not have importance. But now S10 has given, specific weightage on biological asset. What is biological asset? Biological asset matlab wo tree, simple language. On tree we have mangoes. Mango tree is a bearer plant. It is called as a bearer plant which is giving you some fruits. Now that bearer plant we are having, S10 is applicable. But for mangoes, S10 is not applicable in simple language. Okay. So in India, we won't say कि इतना importance है. हाँ. So agriculture companies, but obvious for presentation of their financial statement, this paragraph is very important. But students, remember this part. It is given a proper weightage in accounting standard 10. So your mango tree will be called S10 is applicable. But mangoes will be called as biological asset. S10 is not applicable. Wasting assets means minerals. Okay, KGF. Mines में से जो assets आते हैं. So wasting assets like mineral rights is not covered in this accounting standard. Okay. So those students who already studied depletion method at foundation, so this accounting standard is not applicable for them. Okay. and investment properties, S13 is applicable, so it is not covered. Living animal and plant, biological assets. Living animal, S10 does not apply. And plant assets, S10 is apply. वेस्टिंग एसेट मतलब क्या होता है बेटा, उसको हम लोग ये बोलते हैं, दिशिका जी, वेस्टिंग एसेट मतलब जो हमें राइट्स मिलते हैं. अभी देखो ये जो कोल जहां से निकलता है, तो गवर्नमेंट कोल के लिए बेटा आपको परमिशन लेनी पड़ती है. या जहां से गोल्ड निकलेगा, जैसे आपने केजीएफ में देखा था, तो वो कोई भी जाके बिजनेस नहीं कर सकता, आपको गवर्नमेंट का लाइसेंस लेना पड़ेगा. तो वो वेस्टिंग एसेट्स होती है, वो लाइसेंस जो आप लेते हो, या इसके लिए जो आप मिनरल राइट्स लेते हो, आपके कंपनीज को जो राइट्स होते हैं, तो वो राइट्स के लिए एस एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. ये उसका मीनिंग है, उसके लिए कोई और एस होगा. तो उन्होंने स्पेसिफिकली दिया हुआ है. वेस्टिंग एसेट को वो बोलते हैं, समझा? वेरी गुड. बेरर प्लांट मतलब जो स्टैंडिंग ट्री है, इट इज कॉल्ड एज बेरर प्लांट. ओके. बायोलॉजिकल एसेट का मीनिंग ये होता है, बायोलॉजिकल एसेट मतलब, अभी हिंदी में क्या बताऊं मैं आपको, लिविंग एनिमल. अभी आपके पास कोई भेड़ बकरियां है, तो उसके लिए अकाउंट, वो भी एसेट ही है ना बेटा. वो अपने को, सपोज मेरे पास काऊ है, तो वो मुझे दूध देती है, तो वो मेरे को पैसा जनरेट करके देती है, तो वो मेरी एसेट हुई क्या? हाँ हुई. पर ये स्टैंडर्ड उसको नहीं पकड़ेगा. समझ में आया? यस. पर वही मेरे पास मैंगो ट्री भी है. यहाँ पे कोकन में, हमारे इधर महाराष्ट्र में कोकन एरिया है, कभी आपने सुना होगा. तो वहां पे बेटा जो मैंगोज आते हैं, बहुत बढ़िया क्वालिटी के, हापुस मैंगो बोलते हैं उसको. तो वो जो है, तो वो ट्रीज का पूरा पेड़ के पेड़ होते हैं लोगों का. तो वो जो है, तो वो मैंगो ट्री, ये भी आपकी एसेट हुई, तो उसको S10 एप्लीकेबल है. पर उसमें से जो मैंगोज आते हैं वो भी आपकी एसेट है, उसके लिए S10 एप्लीकेबल नहीं है. यस. नहीं, आफ्टर कटिंग प्लांट्स S10 इज नॉट, एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस के लिए एप्लीकेबिलिटी नहीं है, यह ध्यान में रखना. ओके. सो मैंगो ट्रीज, S10 is applicable. For mangoes, S10 is not applicable. Suppose example, broccoli you heard, no? Broccoli we are using as it is. Okay. So it is not, S10 is not applicable if you are dealing in that product. So if you are having that broccoli tree, because you do not have it for long term purpose, that broccoli tree, you are going to consume it or use it, so that tree is not applicable, S10. Which is giving you fruits for year after year, that tree will be called as S10 applicable. ओके. हाँ, मैंगोज S2 एप्लीकेबल होगा, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज इन्वेंटरी. सो मैंगो जो है S2, बट S2 में भी एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस इज नॉट देयर, नो. So S2 is also not applicable. So how to do that valuation? We are going to see. Don't worry. Okay. Now recognition criteria. See, to scope in and scope out over. Okay. Now recognition. Santhaji, bearer plant I already explained. You don't ask me same question again and again. That mango tree is called as bearer plant, which is giving you some agricultural produce. Agricultural produce means mangoes, which you are going to use or sell it in the market. So that tree means this is the asset for you. Okay. ठीक है. हाँ जी. बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में मत जाइए. It's okay. We got the concept. Leave it. It is only for 1 minute. We should we have to understand that definition or recognition criteria. We cannot play in that definition. Just understand this bearer plant मतलब एक खड़ा पेड़ है, वो पेड़ जो है उससे मैंगोज मिलेंगे, तो उसके लिए S10 एप्लीकेबल नहीं है भैया। अभी वो बेरर प्लांट वर्ड से इतना प्यार मत करो कि बाकी सब उसमें से वो कितना इंपॉर्टेंस है। इज इट इंस्टीट्यूट इज गोइंग टू आस्क यू बेरर प्लांट, व्हाट इज बेरर प्लांट? डू यू थिंक दैट क्वेश्चन विल कम? सो कितना इंपॉर्टेंस देना चाहिए, यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फॉर एनी कॉन्सेप्ट। ओके, चलो नेक्स्ट थिंग, रिकॉग्निशन क्राइटेरिया। रिकॉग्निशन very important. Recognition means what? To record. When to record the property, plant and equipment. It should be recorded as an asset. Yes sir, that we are aware. This is the asset based accounting standard. So property, plant and equipment is the recognized as an asset when probable future economic benefit will flow to enterprise. Sir, you already taught us, so this is nothing new in this. And cost can be measured reliably. Okay, so two words when you will recognize two criteria. One is FEB, future economic benefit, and cost can be measured reliably. Okay, so FEB and cost, two words are very important. So this is then only you are going to record the asset in your books. Now cost can be measured reliably. Again, we will divide it. Now what is the cost? When you are going to record, we are incurring cost not in only at the time of acquisition of asset, but we are also incurring this cost after buying. Okay, so that is called as subsequent. So there are two categories. देखो, cost जब asset खरीदोगे तब भी होगा तो इनिशियल आएगा, कॉस्ट होने के बाद भी आएगा तो वो सब्सिक्वेंट आएगा। दो कॉस्ट को ध्यान में रखना मुन्ना। सो इनिशियल एंड सब्सिक्वेंट, दो कॉस्ट आपको इनकर करनी है, इनिशियल एंड सब्सिक्वेंट। नाउ व्हाट अबाउट इनिशियल कॉस्ट? व्हेन यू एक्वायर समथिंग or construct, sir, whether if I'm developing one asset, okay, for example, construction of shed. Now that shed I constructed by my own. So that is your own generated asset, internally generated asset. And second one, you acquired from the market, ready asset. Both will be recorded over here. Okay. So acquire or construct initially. Subsequently means what? You replace some part of that asset, you added something to that asset, or you want some regular repairs and maintenance, that is a servicing of an asset. So these costs are subsequent costs. So both are important, initially and subsequently. Got the concept? रनिंग नोट्स में लिखो यार फटाफट फटाफट, इनिशियली सब्सिक्वेंटली, बस। नो नीड टू राइट एक्वायर और कंस्ट्रक्ट, बट ठीक है। नेक्स्ट वन, नाउ व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? इनिशियली which cost we are going to see, but first we will focus on subsequent cost. Now what are subsequent cost? What are subsequent cost? These are day-to-day cost. So servicing, I bought one vehicle, Activa. So after every 3 months, I will need to do servicing. So what about servicing cost? It will be transferred to P&L. It is not adding any extra benefit. So whether it is giving you extra benefit, no sir. Okay. So that will be cost of labor, cost of consumables. So you replace some small parts for servicing, and cost of small parts. All this will be charged to profit and loss account. Expenditure, revenue expenditure. So, sir, we are aware about this concept. But institute has to give it in the books, no? Institute has to mention it in accounting standard 10. Okay, why? Because for more clarity purpose. Yes, we are aware about this concept. So servicing cost, day-to-day expenses, whatever the cost, we'll charge it to profit and loss account. Yes, everyone is aware about this. Don't worry. But only for conceptual clarity, Institute has to issue this. No, for layman, accounting standard 10, if he reads, so he'll understand, day-to-day servicing cost will be transferred to profit and loss account. We are already aware about this concept. This is only for clarity purpose. So first cost you understood, day-to-day servicing. Second part, replacement of the part. Sir, I've replaced tire. I bought that vehicle and I replaced tire. Is it giving you extra average? No, sir. Sir, I replaced one engine to give me a better average. So two cost. So replacement cost, if it is giving you extra benefit than the original one, then you will capitalize it. You will add it in the asset. Otherwise, it's expenses. Very simple. Meets recognition criteria. If it gives extra future benefit and cost can be measured reliably, recognition criteria, yes, and does not meet the recognition criteria. So only not extra benefit I'm getting from it. No extra future economic benefit. ओरिजिनल एसेट जितना था उतना ही हमें बेनिफिट मिल रहा है, तो बेटा फिर क्यों तू ऐड कर रहा है एसेट में? इफ इट मीट्स रिकॉग्निशन क्राइटेरिया, कैपिटलाइज इट, add it in your property, plant and equipment. Sir, I changed tires. No, does not meet benefit. Sir, I changed engine for having extra benefit. For having, sir, I transferred it from petrol car or diesel car to CNG car. एवरेज बढ़ गया ना भैया? हाँ जी सर, एसेट को ऐड कर देना, सीएनजी का जो भी रिप्लेसमेंट किया वो ऐड कर देना. Got the concept? Meets recognition criteria, recognize in the property, plant and equipment. Does not meet the criteria, profit and loss account, debit side. Okay, that part will be a part of your inventory. Cost or NRV which is lower, less than 11 months, या P&L में ट्रांसफर कर दो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Regular major inspection. Now that was not in our time. No. Now this is something added in after revision of accounting standard 10. When I studied this standard, might be in 2006-7. At that time, there was no concept of regular major inspection. Then what happened? I will tell you the story about the accounting standard. To make it consistent with the International Accounting Standard 16. International Accounting Standard 16 is property, plant and equipment. To make it comparable, we revised this standard. Now it is same line to line as the International Accounting Standard. Okay. So previously there was a difference. But now it is copy paste of International Accounting Standard. Same. So regularly major inspection. Regular major inspection. Now what is regular major inspection? See, you know, now in companies, big companies, manufacturing companies, they have huge plants. Okay. For example, I will give you my personal example. I am running one restaurant. In that restaurant, we have a chimney. Chimney to suck your, whatever the heat is there. Okay, smoke is there. We need that. That chimney, we have to do regular inspection after every, 6 months. Whether it is working properly, whether it sucks heat, that we have to understand. So we are incurring that inspection cost. We have to appoint some technical person. And that technical person will tell us, sir, now it's time to replace this part. So we have to give his fees, no, because he's a technical person, like a chartered accountant. If you appoint him for income tax, then if he gives you guidance, you have to pay fees. So that inspection cost now is a new concept. That inspection cost is also added to your asset. Okay, that his fees and previous inspection cost, if unamortized or it is not depreciated, not amortized, it is not depreciated. What is the difference? If you incur as expenses, if you record as expenses, it will be debited in P&L in that year only. For example, what is the difference between revenue expenditure and capital expenditure? See, 1 minute. Revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. What is the difference? See, this is a profit and loss account. This is the balance sheet. If I incur 100 rupees as revenue expenditure, 100 rupees will be recorded in the profit and loss account debit side, full 100 rupees. And if it is a capital expenditure, I will record it as an asset. And I will record depreciation every year, 20, 20, 20, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will assume 5 years is the life of the asset. So depreciation will be 20 rupees every year. So difference between asset and revenue expenditure. In revenue expenditure, we will claim it in 1 year only. And if it is a capital expenditure, we will divide it over 5 years or whatever the useful life. So that is the basic difference. Now, what about the major inspection cost? Try to understand. I incurred expenditure 3 years ago, 100 rupees. Okay, 100 rupees. Example. So your asset value plus inspection cost, whatever the asset value, X plus inspection cost, 100 rupees I incurred. Now this 100 rupees I incurred for 3 years and I was expecting I will use this major inspection for next 5 years. How many years? I don't have to. That is my useful life. Okay. Means that is my useful, what I can call it as, it is the next inspection. I will do it after 5 years. तो मुझे क्या लगा था, मैंने आज 100 रुपया खर्चा कर लिया 3 साल पहले और मुझे लगा था 5 साल ये खर्चा चलेगा. Okay. So 3 years मतलब now what is the value in this asset? Depreciation will be X ka sum part and 100 will be divided over 5 years. So 20 rupees every year, 20 rupees every year, correct? 34 कहां से आया भाई? 34? नीतीश भाई क्या कर रहे हो लाइफ में आप? 34 कहां से आया आपका? Yes. So 100 divided by 5. 20 rupees is the inspection cost का depreciation. And inspection of 3 years का कितना होगा? 3 years का 60 rupees will be recorded, depreciation, till now, 20, 20, 20. So what is the balance left after 3 years? 40 rupees. What is the balance left after 3 years? 40 rupees. Now, in third year, I appointed once again because I thought ki now again I have to do inspection. I decided it, I will do it after 5 years, but this is the estimation and estimation may go wrong. So after 3 years, again I appointed one person, technical person. He charged me 150 rupees. Okay, he charged me 150 rupees. So I will add this 150, but previous inspection, I will reduce it. I will transfer to P&L. And 150, suppose next inspection, I will do it after 5 years. So that will be 30 rupees. So this year, my depreciation will be 30 on new inspection cost and previous inspection. Now it's of no use. So that I will transfer to P&L. Got the concept? Easy hai? So year 1 में कितना incur, year 1 assume 100 rupees. you expected 5 years. But in year 3, at the beginning of year 4, you once again you have new inspection cost 150. So you left with 40 rupees. This 40 rupees we will cancel and we will add 150 extra. तो 150 हमें add करना है. समझ में आया बच्चा? Say yes or no in the comment section. फटाफट. You understood na? New inspection cost. So cost recognized in carrying amount if criteria met. Previous inspection amount is de-recognized. 40 rupees de-recognized and new 150 rupees will be added. ठीक है? देखो कुछ स्टूडेंट मुझे बोलते कि हिंदी में भी बता दो सर एक बार. देखो भैया तुमने 100 रुपया इनकर किया था 3 साल पहले इंस्पेक्शन का, तो आपको लगा था कि 5 साल तक इंस्पेक्शन चलेगा, तो 20 ऐसा आपका P&L में जाने वाला है डेप्रिसिएशन के माध्यम से, क्योंकि इंस्पेक्शन कॉस्ट भी ऐड किया जाता है, एसेट में ऐड किया जाता है. 3 साल के बाद क्या हुआ? 3 साल के बाद आपको लगा कि एसेट ना अच्छे से परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दे रही है, तो चलो बदल दीजिए. तो आपने 150 रुपए का खर्चा किया. तो पहले का खर्चा कितना हुआ था? 100 रुपया, पर उसमें से 20 3 साल खत्म हो चुके थे, तो 40 बचा. 40 बचा है तो वो 40 को ऐड करना है मुन्ना, सॉरी 40 को हटाना है और नया 150 ऐड करना है. तो 150 को ऐड करेंगे, 40 को हटाएंगे तो -40 मतलब P&L में डाल देंगे, और इस साल 30 रुपया डेप्रिसिएशन का जाएगा और नेक्स्ट 5 साल के लिए वो 150 का यूज होगा. तो आपका P&L में 40 रुपया डी रिकॉग्नाइज होगा एंड 150 रुपया एसेट में ऐड हुआ, 30 रुपया डिप्रिसिएशन का माइनस होगा. सपोज पहले साल के पहले दिन पे ही आप ये खर्चा कर रहे हो. यस रोजालिन जी, डू यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन?
सर ये क्वेरी था, आपने अभी बता दिया.
बता दिया, वही तो एक्सप्लेन किया था, सिर्फ हिंदी में एक्सप्लेन किया अभी.
नहीं, मुझे बस वो कैलकुलेशन एक पार्ट मैंने मिस कर दिया था, वो 30 रुपीज वाला डिप्रिशिएशन का.
ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, चलो अच्छी बात है. So regular inspection cost is a new concept. Now measurement of PPE. I am going to stop it afterward. Either measurement will take a break, and we are going to start with S2K illustrations. S2 illustrations we have not completed. So now it's time to read all these concepts from study mat. Once we have finished with, because illustration part you will read from by your own, and then we'll take all questions in class. Okay, next session. So this is how we are going to do accounting standards. So first part, explanation part of next accounting standard, and previous accounting standard, whatever I taught in the last class, that I will take it in the next class. Illustration parts. So S2, we have not completed illustration, so we'll do it in this lecture. Measurement. Now measurement, yes, recognition you understood. So 2 criteria are important. One is, yes, at the time of recognition, recognition means what? One is recognition means probable that future economic benefit will flow to the enterprise and then cost can be measured reliably, then record the asset. One important point. Now, when recording the asset, you will incur 2 costs. One at the time of acquisition of the cost asset, and one is after the acquisition, that is the replacement or servicing, or adding or deducting some part. So that's regular servicing, day-to-day servicing will be transferred to P&L. Then addition, if it gives the recognition criteria, once again fulfill the criteria subsequent cost mein. So subsequent cost mein, if it is giving you extra benefit, then beta, yes, you will add it. Otherwise transfer to P&L. And third one is a major regular inspection cost. So regular inspection cost, previous de-recognized and current added. Okay. Any difficulty till now? So you are clear with the recognition criteria. We have finished the recognition criteria. Is it easy or difficult? Easy or difficult? पूरा ध्यान में आ गया? इजी है, एकदम इजी है, एकदम इजी. ओके सर. नाउ measurement is at the time of recognition, means when you are buying the asset. So when you are buying the asset, you have only one model, no? Cost model. Whatever the price I am paying, I will record that cost model. So in market, why I will compare with the market value? Okay, but after 1 year, After recognition. So once you recognize it, you will go with the cost model. But after recognition, you will go with two models, cost and second one is revaluation model. This is very important. Now, listed companies and in Indes, they are following revaluation model. But small client will not follow revaluation model. By revaluation model, ke liye some technical person you have to appoint. That technical person will tell you what is the value of this asset. So we'll need some expert and we have to pay them. जाने देना मेरे एसेट को, मुझे कहाँ शेयर होल्डर को बताना है तो ठीक है भाई, एक्चुअल पोजीशन. But small businessman, what he will think? Why we have to incur this cost? Expert person. No. He will go with the cost model. हाँ, but government को इनका revenue बढ़ाना है, तो in future only and only revaluation model can be possible. But till today, small businessman, he goes with the cost model. He is happy with the cost model. But listed companies who wants more transparency, those will go with the revaluation model. Revaluation model means in simple language, today's value. Cost model, historical way. Okay, so revaluation model, who will follow? Who wants more transparency? तो जिनको ज्यादा ट्रांसपेरेंसी अपने रिपोर्ट में बताना है, वो लोग रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल फॉलो करेंगे. भाई आज की वैल्यू बताएंगे सर, पर इसके लिए ना टेक्निकल पर्सन लगता है भाई, और वो पर्सन को पैसा देना पड़ता है. अभी स्मॉल बिजनेसमैन बोलेगा भाई इधर मेरे पहले बिजनेस के वांदे हुए हैं, एक तो जीएसटी इनकम टैक्स भर भर के मैं मर रहा हूं, और आप उसके ऊपर बोल रहे हो कि कोई टेक्निकल पर्सन को बुला के रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल फॉलो करो. भैया नहीं चाहिए, हमें नहीं चाहिए. वो जाएगा कॉस्ट मॉडल के साथ. वो बोलेगा मुझे नहीं बाबा, इतना पैसा मैं नहीं डालूंगा. कौन स्मॉल बिजनेसमैन डालेगा? ये तो बेटा लोगों का पैसा है, शेयर होल्डर का पैसा है. ये बोलेंगे चलो कर दो रिवैल्यूएशन, इनके थोड़ी जेब से जाने वाला है, वो तो आपके जेब में से जाएगा, शेयर होल्डर के जेब में से. आप तो शेयर को ऊपर लेना चाहते हो ना, लो ऊपर, तो जाओ रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल के साथ. पर रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल ज्यादा ट्रांसपेरेंसी देगा. रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल ज्यादा ट्रांसपेरेंसी देगा, कॉस्ट मॉडल उतना नहीं देगा. पर कॉस्ट मॉडल पॉकेट भी देखो अपने क्लाइंट का, वो नहीं तो उसके पास से पैसे खींचने के चक्कर में बेटा क्लाइंट ही चले जाएगा आपसे. तो ये ना होना चाहिए. तो रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल पे शिप मत हो जाना. सर ने पढ़ाया तो रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल, टेक्निकल पर्सन को बुलाता हूँ, ये करता हूँ. भाई बिजनेस देख उसका कितना है, और बिजनेस के हिसाब से बुला, नहीं तो क्लाइंट के अपने को अलग ही मॉडल पे चले जाओगे, तो वैसा नहीं चलेगा. बहुत बढ़िया सर. एट रिकॉग्निशन वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कॉस्ट मॉडल. कॉस्ट मॉडल में क्या क्या आएगा? अरे ये क्या हो गया भाई? ये तो आपने बता दिया था कॉस्ट मॉडल. हाँ जी, ये भी बता दिया था. हाँ, नाउ व्हाट इज अ कॉस्ट मॉडल? कॉस्ट मॉडल इज includes like inventory, and cost model you will have definitely question on this. So this chart is very important from practical illustrations point of view. Okay, so now please focus for next 5 to 10 minutes. These questions are very, very important. Purchase price. So वो तो आएगा ही. Purchase price. Same discount minus करके. Directly attributable cost. Directly attributable cost. And restoration and dismantling cost. Sir, this was not there when I studied IS 10. Restoration cost. Restoration means, suppose I have taken one premises on rent. Now I constructed some furniture. I have done renovation. So this furniture I have to remove at the time of leaving the premises, and this will cost me, and this is called as dismantling. This furniture I have to dismantle. It is of no use. I cannot shift it. Suppose ये फर्नीचर हमने फिट कर दिया है दीवारों में, तोड़ना खर्चा है उसका, और ये लेके जाने को भी कोई तैयार नहीं है. No one is ready to take it. Okay, so this is costing for me, because this is as per my specification. Now this podium, who will take this podium? There is some, yes, I need space for camera, furniture. Then I have cupboards like my specification. No one is going to take it in this way. So this will cost me if I want to leave these premises. And this is called as dismantling cost. So small businessman will not add this. Because it's very difficult to, he will say, I don't know, dismantling cost is 0 for me. I'm going to use that furniture. But companies has to decide, big companies, this dismantling cost. This is a guidance which is given in accounting standard 10. बेटा इस 10 ने तोड़ने का भी खर्चा ऐड करने को बोला है. तोड़ने का भी खर्चा ऐड करने को बोला है. तो बेटा जल्दी से ये बात समझ लेना, जोड़ने का भी खर्चा है और तोड़ने का भी खर्चा है. और इसकी ये कब इनकर करना है तोड़ने का खर्चा? आफ्टर सर्टन ईयर्स. सो यू हैव टू ऐड प्रेजेंट वैल्यू, today's value. You have to discount it. So small business one will agree होगा क्या इसके लिए? No. But from exam point of view, we have to do this. Small business one will not agree. So restoration cost, we are going to add it at present value. Got the concept? And it excludes cost of new business. Now this is very important. Huh? If you are opening a new business and for that, suppose I started with new classes and for that I appointed Mr. Salman Khan for inauguration. So that cost will not be added. This is excluded. Salman Khan ने लिए 50 लाख रुपया आया 2 मिनट के लिए. तो भैया उसकी कॉस्ट आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू एड इट. Promotional activities, I already explained. Relocation from one place to another. You just shifted for some purpose. Okay, because there is renovation which is going on and therefore you just shifted your asset from one place to another place and it needs some cost. So whether that cost will be added to your asset, no my dear. That is transferred to P&L. Administration and other overheads to maintain the asset. Now what is the purchase price? Includes all duties. Suppose import duty, I bought this asset, I brought this asset from Germany. So I have to pay some import duties and which is not in refundable nature. If GST can be, inward credit can be taken, same problem we had done in the inventory valuation. So add it. Discount and rebate minus कीजिए. Simple. Any cost directly attributable to the bringing asset at their location and condition. हाँ जी, वो add होगा. Except cost incurred at the less than full capacity. Now initial operating loss won't be considered. We have one question. I'm going to explain this all part through question. So in next session, you will understand it properly. Sir, cost incurred at less than full capacity. Okay, cost incurred. Suppose if full capacity pay, you are not using that full capacity, then you have to incur some cost. So that cost, what about that cost? No, we won't consider. Initial operating losses. When you started your production, you are not aware about exact quantity. And therefore, initially, you incur some losses. So should I add this in the asset? No, I will record it as a loss P&L mein. For example, some simple example. Suppose I started a catering activity. Example. I started a catering activity. Daily 200 students. But beta, initially, when we started this activity, our chef, he didn't have the idea about the quantity that he is using. Because initially he has no idea because he has no idea about students' capacity. So he initially had we are having some losses. We were incurring some losses. So that losses, why? Because we used extra material. We used extra raw material plus extra, or suppose any related expenses, traveling expenses. Okay. So that extra expenses, we called it as initial operating loss. Once we had a grip over this business, then we will definitely remove our extra expenses. But initially, every business has to incur some extra expenses. Okay, and that is called as operating losses. And cost of relocation of operation from one place to another. Okay. Exceptions. Exceptions. Don't consider this. Dismantling, I already explained you. So I don't think you have any problem in dismantling. So PP used other than produce inventories, capitalize it. PP is used for produce inventories. Then apply accounting standard 2. Okay. I will tell you this example. Self-constructed asset, internal profits you have to exclude. For example, you are using the same material, by adding it to your profit, one department to another department, transfer is at some profit, so exclude it. Abnormal amount of wasted material, exclude it. Income related to incidental operations. For example, I want to construct one, building, but while constructing building, place is vacant and I'm incurring some, so that place I gave it on rent because it will take minimum 3 years to complete the building part. So meanwhile, I have given that place for parking because I earn revenue from this. So that revenue will be deducted from my cost. Interest component, I have to add it. Bearer plant accounted for, I already explained you what is the bearer plant. Now, if payment is in deferred terms, deferred means in installment. So you will consider only principal amount, interest you won't consider. If asset is giving for, if you are exchanging with another asset, only 5 minutes, but I am going to give you break. Over, almost done with this part. Okay. So if asset ke badle mein asset, in exchange of asset, okay, barter exchange, how we are going to record it. Then you have paid a consolidated price. For example, you have taken a group of assets. Okay, so in that case, how I'm going to pay it? Finance is S19 principle. Government grant S12 ka principle. So we are not talking about, these are 5 situations. Okay, so when payment is in deferred terms, we will record only and only cash price. Interest we won't consider. Interest will be transferred to P&L. In exchange of asset, if commercial substance exists, for example, I'm exchanging Activa with my friend's Jupiter. Whether I'm getting some extra benefit? No. It is only for fun. I got bored by using that asset, so I asked my friend, अरे यार मुझे गाड़ी चला के बोर हो गया, एक्टिवा चला चला के, थोड़ा दूसरी गाड़ी दे यार, तू मेरी गाड़ी यूज कर. So you are not getting any extra benefit out of this, which is called as commercial substance. I have a cycle. I exchange with my friend's Activa. Definitely. साइकिल पे मुझे टाइम लग रहा था, अभी ऐसा बाइक से किक मारा भी नहीं, स्टार्टर मारा मैं क्लाइंट प्लेस पे, तो बड़ा कमर्शियली, yes, definitely a benefit. So commercial substance is there. So I cannot shift from my book value to, see, my Activa, it was showing 20,000 rupees in my books, Activa. And in his book, 30,000 Jupiter is showing. So Jupiter is showing 30,000. I exchange the asset, okay, with Jupiter. Whether there is any improvement in my asset? No. There is no commercial substance. So I will continue in my books with Jupiter at 20,000. Same amount. Though in my friend's book, 30,000 amount is showing. No. I will continue with the 20,000 in Jupiter because there is no commercial substance. But suppose if cycle is showing in my books 2,000 rupees and Activa in his book, it is showing 30,000. Then when I exchange with Activa, I won't record 2000. Now, at what value I'm going to record it? If commercial substance is lacking, means Jupiter and Activa example, book value of the asset given up. So same asset, 20,000. I will continue with the same amount. But here, if commercial substance exists, so fair value of the asset given up. Okay, I will go with the fair value or asset taken up, whichever is more clearly evident. Whichever is more clearly evident. आया समझ में? So whichever is more clearly evident. So Activa is a fair value. Fair value, I assume Activa ka fair value is 25,000. Though in his book it is 30,000. No. Fair value of the Activa is 25,000. So I will record it at 25,000. What will be the entry? Activa account debit 25K, to cycle 2K, and to profit on exchange 23K. So my Activa I will continue with 25,000. Okay. Exchange is permanent. Exchange is permanent. Is exchange is permanent? Yes. Fair value, for example, I bought laptop, then in which same company, I bought one, computer, UPS, plus small accessories. Suppose if I'm buying it separately, it 1,80,000, 8,000, small accessories 20,000 or 12,000. So what is the total? 2 lakhs. But I paid only 1,80,000 for consolidated price. So this is a fair value. So this 1,80,000 I will divide over 2 lakhs and I will apportion in the ratio of 10 is to or 100 is to 80 is to 8 is to 12. In this ratio. In the ratio of laptop, 3 zeros उड़ा दो. 100 is to 80 is to 8 is to 12. In this ratio, I am going to divide it. 1,80,000. And I will record it in this ratio. Okay, divided by 200. So 1,80,000 divided by 200, and in this ratio, I'm going to record my asset if I'm getting the consolidated price. What will be the ratio in the fair value of the items? Finance lease S19, government grant S12. So we are not going to see that. After recognition, so we have completed with first model, that is the at the time of recognition. After recognition, we'll do it in the next class. Standard is big standard, so it is not very easy to complete it in one session. We'll do it in the next session after recognition part. I hope now you are clear with this standard. We'll take screenshots at the end of the session. Okay. Anyone wants to take revision? फटाफट की revision. Easy था. कितना पार्ट कवर हुआ देखो. I will tell you study mat के कितने पेजेस आपको कंप्लीट करने हैं. Study mat. Scope of the standard we have finished with. Definition we have finished with. Biological assets, bearer plant you can read by your own. Recognition criteria we finished with. Illustration you can do by your own. Cost incurred measurement we have completed. Initial recognition we have completed. Now you can read this expenses. Okay, administrative purposes और ये read कीजिए. You can finish up to decommissioning we have completed. Self-constructed asset we have completed. In exchange we have completed. Asset in exchange. So up to 5.38 page. Up to 5.38 page, you can read it from study mat. You can solve illustrations. बेटा एक बार लेक्चर वापस सुन लेना नीतीश. बहुत सिंपल है. 2 लाख के रेशो में डिवाइड करना है बस. 2 लाख का अलग अलग वैल्यू था. 1,80,000 जून में लिया इसलिए दिया, तो 2 लाख के रेशियो में बेटा नीतीश वो पे करना है, बस कुछ है ही नहीं. सो 5.21 to 5.38. 5.21 to 5.38. Yes, a big standard. 5.21 to 5.38. Illustrations now you can do by your own one time. And in next session, I'm going to take all illustrations once again. But at least go through all illustrations. It will give you more clear idea about the standard. Okay. And self-study is also important. It is not only that I'm showing you the PPTs and you are just telling me, ha, ho gaya, sir. Okay. So everyone has to do this. Yes. कोई बताना चाहता है? S10 हार्दिक, हाँ बेटा बोलो.
सर स्टार्टिंग से पूरा
स्टार्टिंग से मत बोलो, एक 5 मिनट में पूरा रिकॉल करवा के दो. व्हाट यू अंडरस्टूड?
अच्छा सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल AS10 में वी हैव टू फॉलो RMPD एनालिसिस. RMPD means recognition, measurement, presentation and distribution. First of all, recognition. Recognition tells us that if the asset is giving us a probable future economic benefit, FEB plus cost which can be measured reliably. So it is our recognition criteria. Then we have seen how to measure the cost reliably. If it is initially, then we have to, it is initial cost or it is a subsequent cost. This is the cost measured reliably. Then treatment of subsequent cost we have seen. Subsequent cost treatment is usually the day-to-day expenses which we bear is the subsequent cost, which includes the cost of day-to-day servicing, replacement parts, and the regular major inspection. Regular major inspection is important. Reason being, if the cost is initially recognized, then and if it meets the criteria of recognition, then we have to include it in the asset and it will go to the balance sheet. If it does not meets, then it is a revenue expense and it will go to P&L, debit side. Then sir, we have seen the measurement part. Measurement part includes at the time of measurement or after. At recognition and after recognition. If it is on the point of recognition, then cost model, which is our historical cost model, and after recognition, then it is a cost model, which is at historical cost, or revaluation model, which is at present value.
ओके
Present value.
ठीक है, बाकी यू अंडरस्टूड. कॉस्ट मॉडल में डायरेक्ट परचेस प्राइस प्लस डायरेक्टली एट्रिब्यूटेबल कॉस्ट प्लस अदर कॉस्ट. सो दैट यू
Yes.
अंडरस्टूड इट नाउ. वेरी गुड. One thing important point while reading the accounting standard from study mat, आपको पूरे चार्ट्स याद आते हैं आंखों के सामने? हार्दिक?
सर
यस.
गलती से म्यूट हो गया, सॉरी सर. आता है सर, आता है सर.
और
जब
फिर
AS2 करा था ना, तो फिर आपकी 100 पेजेस की बुक साथ ही करता था.
ओके, मतलब आपको ये लगता है कि सर ने पूरा एस अच्छे से बना लिया है? मुझे हर वर्ड समझ में आ रहा है अभी while reading study mat.
सर मोस्टली सारा कुछ समझ में आ जाता है सही से.
हाँ.
फर्स्ट टाइम जब पढ़ा था, क्योंकि एक दिन पहले पढ़ कर आया था, तो जब पढ़ा था तब तो नहीं समझ में आ रहा था, लेकिन अब काफी हद तक समझ में आ.
Yes, very good beta. Hardik, you are using proper method. So Hardik ki method is like that. He reads study mat before attending the class. So at least he has some idea about the accounting standard. I won't say it is 100% idea, 10%. एक minute. So I will tell you the method of Hardik learning. So Hardik reads study mat before class. So 10% over. Then he attends class 30%. At least he understood study mat plus ये 40% he understands in the class. Then he solves illustrations by own. I can say illustrations 20% will add it in his understanding. Sometimes 30%. Sometimes it is very easy कि illustration part he can easily understand it, and when he come to next class, I cover illustrations. So 100, 10, 30, 50, 70, no, 60, 40% after illustrations part explanation. No, I won't say, I will say only 30%, and 10% if he reads one more time full study mat. Then if he can easily correlate study mat, then it will be 100% clear. Clear, huh? I won't talk
Yes,
about
sir.
recalling it. For recalling purpose, regular revisions. And यही criteria होना चाहिए. First you read before class, attend class, 20% के लिए again reading, solve illustration by own, ilu by own, ये by sir, and read study mat thoroughly one more time. ओके, और ये जो करेगा ना, वो 100% सिर्फ कॉन्सेप्चुअली क्लियर होगा. आफ्टर 2 months everything will be blank if you are not revising on Sunday to Sunday basis. Okay, and your notebook 100 pages read करो, बस 100 pages every Sunday from day 1 to that day. और कितना टाइम लगता है? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू रेड संडे को फुल 100 pages book, और whenever you got the time? Pranav ji, share your experience.
I guess it takes about 1 or 2 like fully revise the full thing. So
तो कितना
he's
टाइम
getting 1
लगता
hour
है
sir,
आपको?
on Sunday. So 1 hour.
बस
Day 1 hour for the full thing to revise.
स्टार्टिंग टू
The
एंड
100
तक.
pages. Yes sir, 100, yeah, 100 pages book.
कहाँ से हो आप?
100 pages. So Kochi, Kerala, Kochi.
ओह अच्छा, ओके. नाउ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी ऑल्सो.
Yeah, थोड़ा सा
थोड़ा सा हिंदी आता है
समझ
सर?
आता है.
ओके,
Yes
नो
sir.
प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है. चलिए, वेरी गुड.
Yes sir.
अनिरुद्ध नायर, व्हाट इज योर एक्सपीरियंस?
हेलो
हाँ जी.
सर, एक्सपीरियंस इसमें हर वीक का रिकॉल होता जाता है.
पूरा
एवरी
याद हो
एवरी
जाता है
टाइम.
आपको?
यस, पूरा कंसेप्ट क्लियर होता जाता है. अगर
ओके.
कुछ भी डाउट हो तो एक बार यूट्यूब भी एक बार देख लेते हो
आप
तो ठीक हो जाता है.
कितने सब्जेक्ट्स आप इस तरीके से पढ़ते हो? टेल मी फ्रैंकली.
सर मोस्टली सभी सब्जेक्ट है, थियरी का थोड़ा स्लो है.
ओके, तो ओवरऑल सभी सब्जेक्ट्स आप पहले खुद से पढ़ते हो
हाँ
क्या?
जी
नहीं
सर.
पढ़ते? इसमें से
पढ़
कौन सी स्टेप आप स्किप करते हो जो आप नहीं करते हो? ये मुझे नहीं लगता आप करते रहोगे जो वो पढ़ता है. फॉर दैट यू नीड 100% कंसिस्टेंसी. ये करते हो आप मेरे सेशन के
उस-
आने के पहले?
नहीं सर, सेक्शन के बाद ही होता है. टाइम वैसे ही अभी मैनेज हो रहा है.
टाइम नहीं मैनेज हो रहा है, हाँ वही तो बड़ा दिक्कत है. फिर हार्दिक, आप कैसे टाइम निकाल लेते हो ये रीड करने के लिए?
सर थोड़ा ओवर टाइम करना पड़ता है सर, नींद कम करो.
नहीं बेटा, आई
और
वोंट रिकमेंड. हाँ, 6 आवर्स नहीं, चाहिए ही चाहिए, 6 to 7 hours. ओके, ठीक है. चलो, विल टेक अ ब्रेक. विल मीट एट 8:50 विथ इलस्ट्रेशन पार्ट. यू विल एंजॉय S2 इलस्ट्रेशन पार्ट. हाँ जी, माही कुछ डाउट है आपके बेटा? माही डाउट्स? नो डाउट माही? हाँ बेटा, हार्दिक तेरा ईपीएस का डाउट मैं सॉल्व करता हूँ. माही तेरा डाउट लिख दे चैट सेक्शन में, मैं आता हूँ तब तक. चलो, लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक 8:50. और तेरा भी हार्दिक, आपका भी डाउट लिख दीजिए, मैं सॉल्व कर लेता हूँ वो. ठीक है, चलिए, ओके. अयाज 8:50. अयाज, So let's start with accounting standard 2 illustration part. सैटरडे को शायद से आपको छुट्टी है. सेशन इज ऑन सैटरडे और नॉट, एक बार बता दीजिए. चलिए. So let's have it very interactive. हार्दिक बोल रहा है सैटरडे को तो एसएम और एफएम है. छुट्टी है ना. हार्दिक कैसे बोल रहा है कि भाई एसएम एस. चेक करो बेटा, क्योंकि मेरा रिवीजन सेशन है तो आपका नहीं होगा तो वो नहीं होगा. यस, छुट्टी है. ओके ओके, ठीक है. चलो गाइस, लेट्स स्टार्ट. We'll start with the examples. वो एसएम में कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स है, वो भी डाल दीजिए. नहीं नहीं नहीं, एग्जाम्पल्स जो है ना क्वेश्चन के लिस्ट में ऐड कर दीजिए. एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस के जो आपने वो समरी क्वेश्चंस या सब में डाल दीजिए. वो डालने पड़ेंगे वो. तो विदाउट एग्जाम्पल कैसे क्लियर होगा. एग्जाम्पल 1. Yes, who wants to read this example slowly? Raise your hand. चलो रचना, read. हाँ जी. Yes, रचना. Start.
Cost of a partly finished unit at the end of 2001 and 2 is 150. The unit can be finished next year by a further expenditure of rupees 100.
Now tell me, Rachna, wait a minute. Further expenditure, are you going to add it in cost or are you going to deduct it from NRV?
Deduct it, sir.
Very good. So don't add it in cost, but deduct it from
NRV.
NRV. Okay. NRV में से लेस कर दो. So write it on above 100. NRV minus 150 के ऊपर लिखो cost. On 150 you will write cost and on 100 you will write NRV minus. हाँ, next. Yes, Rachna, continue.
The finished unit can be sold at rupees 250.
What is this
subject to
250?
payment of
What is this 250?
selling price, sir.
NRV. हाँ, while calculating NRV, we will consider this. And 4% brokerage, what will do?
Deduct it.
Deduct it. How much? 250 into 4%. That is 10 rupees. Okay.
Assume that the partly finished unit cannot be sold in semi-finished form, and its NRV is 0 without processing it further. The value of inventory will be determined as below.
Wait. Why this question is asked? Yes.
To determine whether it's what
This
is the
valuation of
inventory.
No. Valuation of inventory means which inventory? WIP.
It's not completely finished.
Produce. So cost is 150. And what is NRV? 250 minus 100 minus 10. 140, whichever is lower. So you will record your inventory
at
140.
NRV.
Yes.
So what is the fourth line? NRV is 0.
It
Why
is
is
of
that
no
zero?
use if it is sold at semi-finished form.
Okay.
Okay. So actually we won't consider this. It is to confuse us.
Okay.
TCU, to confuse us. Okay. So this is your index WIP valuation. Read this.
WIP valuation at cost, expenses incurred till date, at NRV, selling price of finished goods minus brokerage minus further expenses.
So can you tell me what you understood now?
So yesterday matlab in before previous class we had did this. You said that further expenses and selling expenses will be deducted. Same thing we saw in the form of example.
Okay. Read the answer.
WIP is recorded at cost rupees 150 and NRV whichever is lower. So WIP value is 140. Selling price is 250 minus brokerage 10 rupees. Further expenses deducted 100. We get the value of 140 which is NRV lesser than cost. So this will be recorded at NRV.
Presentation easy?
Yes sir.
ठीक है, वेरी गुड. चलो बहुत बढ़िया रचना जी. कहाँ से हो आप?
Bangalore sir.
बैंगलोर. हाँ, you told me last time. चलो next. Example 2. Come to example 2. Yes. Anyone who can interpret this example, who wants to discuss? Any one of you? Yes. See, this is not the exam presentation. I will tell you the exam presentation afterwards. I'm going to take one question for exam presentation. Yes, Rashmi. You understood this question?
Yes sir. Good morning sir.
हाँ. आपको ये क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया?
Yes sir.
अच्छा. Why institute asked this question?
Sir, this question is based on the normal expenses.
Institute wants to ask you what is the treatment of fixed overhead.
Yes sir.
करेक्ट है?
Yes,
So
sir.
क्या ट्रीटमेंट होती है फिक्स ओवरहेड?
Higher of normal capacity or actual capacity
फिक्स ओवरहेड डिवाइड बाय नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी और
or
एक्चुअल
actual
कैपेसिटी whichever is
higher.
higher. Okay. ABC लिमिटेड नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी कितनी है? प्लांट विद कैपेसिटी टू प्रोड्यूस
1 lakh units.
1 lakh units. So this is डिनोमिनेटर और न्यूमरेटर? 1 लाख क्या किधर आएगा? डिनोमिनेटर में या न्यूमरेटर में?
Denominator में.
वेरी गुड, डिनोमिनेटर में. एंड फिक्स ओवरहेड 18 lakhs, ये किधर आएगा?
Numerator में.
न्यूमरेटर. तो कितना रुपीस का रिकवरी रेट हुआ?
18 rupees.
18 rupees. 18 rupees you can call it as recovery rate. Now actual production is 1 lakh units, first case. Second case, actual production 90,000 units. And third one, actual production is 1.2 lakhs. Okay. So first case, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. So whichever is higher, both are same. तो दिस इज 18 रुपीज पर यूनिट, करेक्ट है?
यस।
सेकंड केस में बताओ।
सेकेंड केस में सर नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी इज हायर देन 1,18,000 divided 1 lakh, then taken 18 rupees per unit.
वेरी गुड। एंड केस 3?
केस 3 में एक्चुअल कैपेसिटी इज हायर 1,20,000, then 18 lakh
18 lakhs
divided by
divided by
20.
1,20,000, 15 rupees.
Yes.
Do you know the logic of this? Why we are doing this? आपको लॉजिक
Yes,
पता है?
yes sir. Because of अगर हम इस पे नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी और एक हायर पे नहीं लेंगे तो जो हमारा क्लोजिंग स्टॉक है देन सो होगा ग्रेटर।
समझा मुझे आपको क्या बोलना है, पर वो उससे भी ज्यादा मुझे कुछ एक्सपेक्ट है। यस, वेरी गुड। सी, लॉजिक ऑफ दिस, नाउ आई एम टेलिंग यू द लॉजिक ऑफ दिस। सी, फर्स्ट केस में देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम। If I divide by 1 lakh, same है, no problem in first case. Problem is in second case. Why I have not divided by 90,000? If I divide by 90,000, तो क्या होगा? 18 lakhs divided by 90,000. Answer is rupees 20. Answer is rupees 20. Actual production. How many units you produced? Only 90,000. And if you multiply by not 20 but by 18, so how much you are going to recover? 16,20,000. See, 18 lakhs is my fixed overhead. If I show it in the P&L, and if I show my closing stock 90,000 units, if I multiply it by 20, example, so it will be 18 lakhs. Sir, okay, 18 lakhs, 18 lakhs. Second situation, fixed overhead, if I record at 18 lakhs, and by closing stock 90,000 units into 18 rupees, I will record it at 16,20,000. So why this situation is not correct? Because you are not producing as per requirement. What is your requirement? You should produce 1 lakh units. आपने 1 लाख यूनिट्स प्रोड्यूस करने चाहिए। आप कर कितने रहे हो? 90,000। कम प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो। यू आर प्रोड्यूसिंग लेस, मीन्स यू आर इन लॉस, and it doesn't depict the picture of loss. It does not show कि loss is there. If I record 18 lakhs, logic. But if I record at 18, automatically my loss is 1,80,000 automatically. Debit side 18 lakhs, credit side 1620. And yes, I produced 10,000 less, which can give me 18 rupees recovery. But I missed that loss. I missed that opportunity. I produced only 90,000. So 1,80,000 is my loss. I haven't produced that 10,000 units of 18 rupees. And therefore, this gives me a better picture. This is a logic. Whoever introduced this accounting standard, 2, he has properly noted all these points. If I record it at 20, then it will not show the loss. If I record it at 18, it will show the loss and it will be correctly, correct P&L, that 1,80,000, automatically it will be adjusted, that loss. Now you got the concept, every one of you, कि ये क्यों आया, why they recorded 90,000 not at 20 but at 18. Yes, beta. Sai Charan, I am going to explain this. Yes. Yes, beta. Correct. Avinash, correct hai beta. Same concept. Now here, if I produce two fixed overhead, 18 lakhs. And I produced how much? 1,20,000 units. One option I have, I will multiply by recovery rate, 18 rupees. And one option I have, 18 lakhs. I multiplied by this 1,20,000 into 15 rupees. Now what is the difference? If I multiply by 18, my closing stock will be 21,60,000. And if I multiply by 18 lakhs, 15, my closing stock will be 18 lakhs. If I multiply by 15. Sir, you are spending only 18 lakhs rupees. How can you record your closing stock more than your cost? If I record it by 18, wrong. I cannot record closing stock more than my expenditure. How is it possible? And to make it comparable, if 18 lakhs I expended, if I multiply by 15, then only 18 lakhs rupees will come. And there will be no extra profit I'm showing. Whatever I expended, I have recorded. And therefore, S2, who made this S2, he calculated fixed overhead on the basis of whichever is higher. So he has given this principle. Normally students, what they are doing it mechanically. Whichever is higher and get the answer. But you, Sanket sir, students will tell others why we are recording at higher price, whichever is higher. Logic is very simple. In first case, I produce less, so it should be reflected. And in second situation, whatever I have not spent, how can I record that? I record only maximum 18 lakhs. If I multiply by 18, it will be 21,60,000, which I have not expended. So first situation, I produce less, so I should record loss. If I produce more, I cannot charge more closing stock. Whatever I recorded, 18 lakhs, 18 lakhs. पूरा पिक्चर क्लियर है अभी? एनीवन हैज डिफिकल्टी? देखो बेटा, बनाने वाले ने बहुत खूब बनाया. पहले वाले ने क्या बनाया एग्जाम्पल 2 में, ध्यान में रखना ये कॉन्सेप्ट. पहले उसने ये बनाया कि नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी और एक्चुअल कैपेसिटी यदि ज्यादा है तो विच इज हाइयर ले लेना. ओके. एंड पढ़ने के बाद ये समझ में नहीं आएगा आपको ये क्यों आया. मैं लॉजिक इसलिए बता रहा हूं ताकि आपके दिमाग में रहे. लॉजिक से कुछ लेना देना नहीं है आधे बच्चों का, पर जो बच्चे संकेत सर के स्टूडेंट है ना, वो लॉजिक के साथ जाने वाले. ये ध्यान में रखना. अभी उन्होंने क्या बताया कि भाई मैंने यदि 90,000 यूनिट इंटू 20 रुपए से किया तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता भाई. 18 लाख गया, 18 लाख गया. और भाई तूने कम प्रोड्यूस किया है, 90,000 का प्रोडक्शन किया, तेरी कैपेसिटी 1 लाख थी, तूने कम प्रोडक्शन किया, तो तूने दिखाना चाहिए ना ये लॉस हुआ है करके. तो तू एक काम कर, 18 लाख थोड़ा कम प्राइस पे रिकॉर्ड करना है, 20 पे मत कर. तो ये क्या होगा, 18 पे तूने रिकॉर्ड कर लिया तो 16,20,000 दिखेगा, तो तेरा लॉस ऑटोमेटिकली दिखना चालू होगा। एंटीसिपेटेड लॉस तो दिखना ही चाहिए भाई, तूने कम प्रोड्यूस किया, ये पिक्चर क्लियर कर लोगों को, मत कर फिर 18 पे 20 पे रिकॉर्ड, 18 पे रिकॉर्ड कर। दूसरे केस में मैं 18 पे रिकॉर्ड कर सकता हूँ, अभी आपने बोला इधर 18 पे रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, इधर भी आप 18 पे रिकॉर्ड करो भाई साहब, पर मैंने 18 पे रिकॉर्ड किया तो प्रॉब्लम ये है मैंने ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस करके रखा हुआ है तो मेरा क्लोजिंग स्टॉक और ऊपर चला जाएगा। 18 पे रिकॉर्ड किया तो, पर मेरे जेब से तो 18 लाख ही जा रहा है, तो मैं 21-60 कैसे रिकॉर्ड करूं भाई। अभी ये सिचुएशन से बचने के लिए हमें 15 से रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ेगा, तब हम लोग ये सिचुएशन से बच जाएंगे। तो फिर एक रूल बना लिया इजीली, अभी इतना कौन कॉम्प्लिकेटेड याद रखेगा, तो रूल ये बनाया कि डिनोमिनेटर में विच एवर इज हायर ले लेना, और बच्चा उसी के साथ चलता है विच एवर इज हायर, और उसको यही नहीं पता चलता उसने क्या आंसर देना चाहिए। यदि कम प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो तो फिर नुकसान दिखाना चाहिए, ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो तो ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हो इसलिए रिकवरी रेट ज्यादा नहीं लेना चाहिए, वो जो है ना जितना जेब से जाएगा उतना ही दिखाना चाहिए, वो दोनों का कॉन्सेप्ट है। और ये संकेत सर के स्टूडेंट होंगे जो इजीली दोनों को कोरिलेट करेंगे, जो मैकेनिकली करेगा बेचा बच्चा वो विच इज हायर के हिसाब से जाएगा, वो जो लॉजिकली पढ़ना चाहता है वो ये बता देगा ऑटोमेटिकली 1,80,000 एडजस्ट हुआ, ये लॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन। और दूसरे केस में आपके जेब से जो नहीं जा रहा है वो आप कैसे दिखा सकते हो, तो इसके लिए हम लोग दूसरे का एक्सप्लेनेशन दे रहे हैं। हाँ जी, नेक्स्ट वन एग्जाम्पल 3। चलो तो तीनों केसेस हो गए इजी एकदम। यस, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, वन मेथड, हार्दिक रीड इट।
Sir, a trader purchased certain articles for
अच्छा हार्दिक, आपको
85,000.
क्या नहीं समझा था इसके पहले जो मेरे कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी के बाद अच्छे से समझ में आ गया, या पहले
सर
से
कौन सा
समझ में?
कौन पिछला वाला?
हाँ, एग्जाम्पल 2 में
सर वो वाला नहीं समझ में आया था, मैकेनिकली कर रहा था।
मैकेनिकली कर रहा था, अभी 100%
हाँ,
क्लियर पिक्चर।
अब समझ में आ गई कि अगर हम अगर कम प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं तो हमको लॉस दिखाना है, अगर हम ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं तो हम ज्यादा के लिए ज्यादा चार्ज नहीं कर सकते, ना ही ज्यादा इन्वेंट्री दिखा सकते, हमको जितना प्रोड्यूस करा उतना ही दिखाना है।
वेरी गुड बेटा,
अब
नेक्स्ट।
समझ में आया। A trader purchased certain articles for 85,000. He sold some of the articles for 1,05,000. The average percentage of a gross markup is 25% on cost. Opening stock of the inventory at cost was 15,000. Cost of closing inventory is shown
वेट
below.
वेट वेट, यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन इज ओवर, सो यू आर आस्क्ड टू कैलकुलेट क्लोजिंग स्टॉक
ये
इन्वेंटरी।
सर यहीं तक ही लिखा है सर,
ओके
आपकी स्क्रीन से ही देख रहा था।
ओके ओके,
सर मैं बताऊं इसमें?
फर्स्ट आई विल गिव एक्सप्लेनेशन देन आप बता देना। ओके,
ठीक है सर।
सी gross markup is 25% on cost. So see the equation, cost plus profit is equal to sales. Any businessman has same equation, cost plus profit is equal to sales. Now he is having the margin on cost, So 100 rupees is cost, 25 his margin. So his selling price is 125. If the equation is 25% on sales, direct entry students, try to understand. Here it is cost, therefore 100 is cost. If it is selling price pe 25%, so your equation 100 will be selling price, 25 will be profit, and 75 is a cost. If it is 10% on cost, for example, तो हार्दिक क्या लिखोगे? 10% on
कॉस्ट
cost.
प्लस प्रॉफिट। सर
हाँ,
मैं तो डायग्राम बना के करता हूँ जिसमें
नहीं ये
कॉस्ट
बनाइए,
प्रॉफिट
100
और
कॉस्ट,
हाँ
10
जी सर,
प्रॉफिट, 110
110, तो 10/110 लेंगे,
नहीं
और
नहीं,
अगर
वो
कॉस्ट होगा तो
वो,
10।
वो बच्चों को बता नहीं सके, मैं बस सिंपल बता दीजिए।
100।
20% ऑन सेलिंग प्राइस, प्रिपेयर द इक्वेशन। किसको 100 एज्यूम करूं? 20% ऑन सेलिंग प्राइस मींस
सर अगर 20% ऑन सेलिंग प्राइस है, इसका मतलब हम सेल्स को 100 लेंगे और कॉस्ट को 80
सेल्स
लेंगे।
को 100, प्रॉफिट
कॉस्ट
20,
को
कॉस्ट
कॉस्ट को
80, आई
80।
नो। यू आर फाउंडेशन स्टूडेंट ना?
नहीं सर, डायरेक्ट एंट्री।
डायरेक्ट एंट्री है, चलो फिर भी ये इक्वेशन को फॉलो कीजिए, ठीक है? चलो बहुत बढ़िया, डायरेक्ट एंट्री होने के बावजूद आप अच्छा कर रहे हो। सो कॉस्ट प्लस प्रॉफिट इज 125. नाउ टेल मी व्हाट इज द सेलिंग प्राइस ऑफ द आर्टिकल? 1 lakh
1,05,000।
1,05,000. So 1,05,000 is for 125, correct? So what is the cost of this? स्कूल में क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन सिखाया हुआ है, स्कूल में क्रॉस मल्टीप्लीकेशन सिखाया हुआ है। So 1,05,000 into 100 divided by 125. So what is the cost? Can I write it as beta 84,000? जल्दी बोलो।
Yes sir.
84,000 is a cost, correct है बेटा?
Yes sir.
Now you are having goods of 85,000 purchase, and what is the opening stock? 15,000. So you are having the goods of 1 lakh. Out of this cost of goods sold, this is called as COGS. This is your cost of purchases. Cost of purchases plus opening stock. Now you have 1 lakh ka material, out of which you sold for costing goods 84,000. So you left with 16,000. You left with 16,000. Correct? Eh? So your
Yes,
closing
sir.
stock will be 16,000. How I am going to calculate this one more time? Cost, profit, sales. Tell me equation beta fatafat.
Sir,
100.
cost is 100, profit is 25, and selling price is 125. Now, sir, we are given sale. Sale value is 1,05,000. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे सर तो हमारा कॉस्ट निकल आएगा जो कि है 85,000। फिर से सीओजीएस का, हाँ सॉरी 84, और फिर से सीओजीएस का फॉर्मूला निकाल देंगे। सेल्स इज इक्वल, सीओजीएस इज इक्वल टू ओपनिंग स्टॉक प्लस
अभी
परचेजेस
1
माइनस
lakh is a cost of opening stock plus purchases.
Yes,
तो
sir.
1 lakh में से how much you sold?
सर 84,000।
Goods having cost of 84,000. You sold it. This is COGS, and you sold it for 1,05,000.
1,05,000।
हाँ, ठीक है. But we are interested in COGS figure, and therefore we left with
क्लोजिंग स्टॉक जो कि 16,000 आ जाएगा।
हाँ, ठीक है. Now how to present the answer?
सर ये रीड करना।
Yes. Examination.
Under-
Examination way.
Examination with particulars rupees to opening stock 15,000, to purchases 85,000, buy sales 1,05,000,
No,
and
no, no,
closing
no.
stock
Examination
is
way.
a
Examination.
examination. Okay. Sales value of opening stock and purchases 85,000 plus 15,000 into 1.25, which gives us 1,25,000. Sale is given in the question, that is 1,05,000. And sale value of unsold stock is equation 1 minus equation 2 is equal to 20,000 less gross margin, which is 20,000 into 0.25 divided by 1.25, which is 4,000, and closing inventories are balancing figure, which is 16,000.
See what you have done. You calculated sales value of opening stock and purchases. So sales value of opening stock plus purchases is 1 lakh. It will be sold at 1,25,000, correct?
Yes, sir.
Whole amount. Okay, exam का presentation थोड़ा different है. So you will calculate sales value. Reverse नहीं जाना. What we have calculated? We have calculated cost. Okay, हमने क्या calculate किया बेटा? हमने cost को calculate किया. Correct है directly. वो लोग क्या बोल रहे? यदि मैंने पूरा माल बेचा होता तो 85,000 प्लस 15,000, ये मेरा क्या हुआ? 1 लाख का माल है. ये 1 लाख का माल मैंने कितने में बेचा होता? 1,25,000. 1,25,000. I can sell it at 1,25,000. Out of that, I sold only 1,05,000. So I left with 20,000. Closing stock की sales value है. This is closing stock की sales value. But we are not interested in closing stock sales value. So 20,000 का closing stock है. 100 की चीज हम लोग 125 में बेच रहे. तो 20,000 का क्लोजिंग स्टॉक बचा हुआ है जो सेल्स वैल्यू है, तो उसकी कॉस्ट कितनी होगी? 16,000. एग्जैक्टली रिवर्स वे वी आर कैलकुलेटिंग. इन एग्जाम presentation will be different. Answer will be 16,000, but your presentation will be different. What you are going to calculate first? Sales value of opening stock plus purchases. From that sales you are going to deduct. So you will left with 20,000 balance. This balance is of closing stock if I sold it. If I sold it, okay, मैंने बेचा होता तो 20,000, तो आज उसकी कॉस्ट कितनी हो गई? 16,000. 20,000 मैंने बेचा होता तो आज उसकी कॉस्ट हो गई 16,000. ये एग्जामिनेशन का प्रेजेंटेशन है, याद रहेगा. विदाउट लुकिंग इनटू आंसर. हार्दिक, व्हाट इज द एग्जाम प्रेजेंटेशन? टेल मी फर्स्ट.
Sir, first we have to calculate sales value, which is
sales
value of product.
ओपनिंग स्टॉक प्लस परचेसेस. वापस से
Purchases.
हाँ, वापस.
Sales value of opening stock plus purchases.
माइनस
minus sales value से हम minus करेंगे
actual
sales.
What is sales? Okay, हाँ.
Actual
So I
sales.
left with sales value of
closing stock
हाँ,
and minus profit.
minus profit. So I will get sales value of नहीं, sorry,
cost of closing.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
One more time. What is the particulars column? Yes, Niruji. Niruji, what is the particulars column?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Hardik. Yes, beta Niru. Sai Charan. हाँ नीरू बोलिए.
Particulars amount, sir.
हाँ.
In that
I
sale
want
value,
particulars column only. हाँ.
sale value of stock, sir. Opening stock plus purchases.
Purchases. हाँ. Minus.
Then from that we reduce actual sales we have made. From we will get result as sales value of closing stock left. In that less profit margin, we will get cost of closing stocks.
Very good, beta. So you understood it, Sai Charan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You solved it?
Earlier, sir. Yes, sir. I tried once, but
Now
not
you
in
can
this way. That earlier we have done right, sir. That way from
Okay.
cost basis.
Now you remember the format, no?
Yes, sir.
Illustration 1 I am not going to explain. बच्चों वाला illustration है, बहुत ही 5-6 स्टैंडर्ड के बच्चे भी कर लेंगे. It's very easy part. Which is lower? 28, 32 and 16. खत्म. Illustration 2. X Limited purchased goods at a cost of 40 lakhs. Till March, 75% of the stock were sold. Okay. The company wants to disclose closing stock at 10 lakhs. The expected sales value 11 lakhs minus commission. Commission we are going to deduct. So what is my NRV? 11 lakhs minus 10%. 11 lakhs minus 10%. 9.9 lakhs. And my cost is 10 lakhs because 40 में से 75% I sold. So I left with 25%. So my cost is 10, whichever is lower. So 9.9. Yes, very easy presentation. So this is a presentation. Cost is 10 lakhs. NRV is 11 lakh minus 10%. 9,90,000. So value of inventory 9,90,000. Any difficulty in this? No. Today I'm giving you some extra questions. Extra questions for solving. You can take a screenshot, solve it, and I will tell you it in the next session. Illustration 3, very, very important illustration from exam point of view. 4 is easy. I think TYK is also easy. 1. 2 is 7 is difficult. 8 is easy. And I think 9 is newly added or what? Okay. I just want to explain 2 illustrations now. So have patience. I will leave you at 9:45. 2 illustrations save. Okay. 1 TYK and 1 illustration 3. Only 940. Chalo. In a production process, normal waste is 5% of input. Normal waste. So, Rosalind ji, can you tell me?
Yes, sir.
So what is your normal loss?
It's
5,000 5,000 empty input,
5%. That is
250 empty
yes,
metric tons. What is the wastage, total wastage?
300 empty, sir.
300. So from 300 wastage, what is your normal loss?
250.
250. And what is your abnormal then?
50.
Very good. 50. What is the cost per metric ton of input? 1,000 rupees, beta.
Yes, sir.
So your total cost, can you tell me your total cost?
5,000 into
5,000
1,000.
into 1,000. So what is the amount? 510
50 lakhs, sir.
50 lakhs. But 50 lakhs, beta, cost per metric ton, it will be 50 lakhs minus good units is after normal loss, correct? Hai?
Yes.
So good 4750, can I write
Yes,
it as
sir.
5,000 minus 250?
Yes, sir. 4,750
So 50 lakhs
divided by
4750.
4,000.
I think I'm getting the answer 1052.
1052.63.
63. Okay, but I will take for calculation 4 digits. For calculation. Exam you can write 0.6316. Whatever the amount on calci, please have same amount. Okay.
Sir.
Now tell me, the entire quantity of waste is on stock. How are you going to record this? We will assume out of 5,000, 300 lost, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you left with 4,500, 700.
4,700.
And we will assume this stock 4,700 we sold.
Yes,
So
sir.
what is the cost of goods sold?
Sir,
4,700
4,700 into 10,052.63.
Okay, so into whatever in on calci, this amount na all digits into 4,700. You just
40.
multiply into 4,700 and is equal to. So you are getting the amount 49 lakh 47,368.
360. Yes, sir.
And out of this 300, normal loss
250.
250, which will be recorded at 0.
And
Correct.
50 is recorded
And
as
abnormal loss 50 will
10,000.
record at 1052.6316. So just multiply. Don't use any multiplication sign. Only 50 is equal to, because in calci already 1052.6316 is already stored.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so 50 is equal to how much you are getting? If you are using
52,632.
52,632 will be the value of closing stock.
Yes.
Closing stock of abnormal loss. Actually, this is not the closing stock. This is COGS.
Cost of goods.
4,000, because they have mentioned it now, only 300 left. Only 300 left. इलस्ट्रेशंस को देख लेना, बिकॉज पहले भी मिस्टेक था. इधर आपका एनआरवी आया है. आपको मैंने कल ये एग्जाम्पल 2 का फॉर्मेट बदलने बोला था. रिप्लेस करना रहेगा यार. ठीक है, वो फॉर्मेट थोड़ा अलग है. 3 नंबर में कोई गड़बड़ नहीं है, 4 नंबर में नहीं है, 5 नंबर में एग्जाम्पल 1 2 इलस्ट्रेशन में नहीं था. सीए 4,700 को क्लोजिंग स्टॉक के बदले में सीओजीएस बताओ. ठीक है, तो भैया एकदम इजी तरीके से मैंने आपको सॉल्व करके दिया है, तो यू कैन सॉल्व इट नाउ. 5,300 एमटी. यस, हार्दिक रीड करके, रोजालिन जी रीड करके बताओ एक बार.
सर, ये जो आपने दिखाया है अभी ना,
हाँ.
इस the total input है हम लोग का 5,000 units. उसमें से हम लोग का 5% है normal loss. So we have to deduct that 5%
ये बताओ
of
ना,
normal
इधर जो
loss.
भी लिखा हुआ है फटाफट रीड कर दीजिए.
5,000 MT, उसमें से हम लोग का क्लोजिंग COGS आ गया से 4,700 MT. 300 is the wastage. वहां से normal loss will be 250 MT and 50 will be abnormal loss. Abnormal
ये
loss will be
क्लोजिंग स्टॉक
calculated
नहीं है,
इस COGS से.
ये COGS है. अभी इंस्टीट्यूट ने क्या किया देखने दो. कॉस्ट पर मैट्रिक टन. एक्चुअली ये दिया ही नहीं है. टोटल वैल्यू ऑफ इन्वेंट्री नहीं है ये. The entire quantity of waste is on stock. Other actually the entire quantity including waste होना चाहिए था. Yes, we will change the question beta फिर. Including waste is on stock. So then it is COGS or closing stock? Entire quantity is on stock. Not entire. मैंने question में बदलाव किया. Entire quantity including waste is on stock. तो रहने दीजिए उसको. COGS मत कीजिए, closing stock ही रखिए. Okay, so question में बदलाव कर दिया. So change the question. Including waste is on stock. ठीक है. And therefore now this will be your answer. That word we will change only that word, including closing stock. So whatever the amount, abnormal loss, you understood it, and how to present the answer you understood.
Yes sir.
Yes. Value per unit and cost per unit.
Yes sir.
Yes. Next. I will do one more question, which is more important. Hanji. Mr. Mehul, last question of the day. Mr. Mehul, TYK7, gives you the following information relating to items forming part of inventory. Yes. Including part of inventory. His factory produces product X using raw material. 600 units of raw material A, purchase at 120, replacement price is 90. Wait. Don't use replacement price directly. It is depending on final product. Okay. 500 units partly finished goods. Partly finished goods means WIP. In the process of X, cost incurred till date, cost mein aayega. And these units can be finished in the next year by additional cost. NRV mein se minus. NRV minus. 1500 finished goods. Total cost is 320 and selling price is 300. Oh. So now you are selling it at lower than cost. So your NRV is lower, 300 rupees. And as finished goods ki NRV is 300, which is less than the cost. So I will consider 90 per unit. Reason kya hai? Reason is finished goods is having NRV. Finished goods is recorded at NRV. If finished goods is recorded at NRV, raw material will be recorded at replacement price. Okay. Because it is lesser than cost, so you will record it at NRV. So 600 units will be recorded at 120 or 90, whichever is lower. So 90 I will record. It is recorded at 300 and partly finished goods. Now partly finished goods, 300 minus 60. So NRV is 240 or 260, whichever is lower. So it will be recorded at 240. And therefore answer is units multiplied by values and you will get the answer. Okay? Very simple. 8 number is similar question. 8 number you can do by your own. This is similar to example 1. NRV already we have done. And 6 number is also similar. to your illustration number. अभी हमने किया था. Yes, illustration number. Which one? 3. 400 pages book में लिखना है all this. Example 3 क्या था बेटा? Example 3. Example 3 क्या था? Retail method or adjusted selling price method. Adjusted selling price or retail method. Example 4. Cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Z category. हाँ हाँ ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. हाँ मुझे लगेगा ही, डोंट वरी, मैं मुझे चाहिए रहता है, रहने दो. ओके. वैल्यूएशन आइटम बाय आइटम बेसिस. कॉस्ट और एनआरवी विच इज लोअर. इलस्ट्रेशन 2 में क्या था? इलस्ट्रेशन 2 कॉस्ट और एनआरवी. एनआरवी कैलकुलेशन. एनआरवी कैलकुलेशन. Z कैटेगरी, C कैटेगरी. TY के 6 सिमिलर टू इलू 3. TY के 7 रिप्लेसमेंट प्राइस फॉर रॉ मटेरियल. रॉ मटेरियल. एंड TY के 8 जो था, TY के 8 WIP valuation similar to example 1. Example 1. B, B, A. Okay. So take a screenshot. Yes. इंडेक्स पूरा कंप्लीट करके दे दिया. इंडेक्स पूरा कंप्लीट करके दे दिया. प्लीज वो ले लीजिए, नहीं तो वो रह जाता है हमेशा. स्क्रीनशॉट 1 आंसर में डाला हुआ है. हार्दिक से यस और नो. हार्दिक रेज योर हैंड. हाँ बोलिए बेटा. हार्दिक होने के बाद डन बोल देना सिर्फ.
ओके सर.
स्क्रीनशॉट 2 400
डन
पेजेस
सर.
बुक में करना है.
डन सर.
स्क्रीनशॉट 3
डन सर.
स्क्रीनशॉट 4
डन सर.
स्क्रीनशॉट 5
डन सर.
स्क्रीनशॉट 6
डन सर.
ये लिखना. किलो 1
डन सर.
स्क्रीनशॉट नहीं, ये TY के
आज
सॉरी एग्जाम्पल 3 था ये. वेट वेट वेट. स्क्रीनशॉट कितना था? 7.
7.
स्क्रीनशॉट 7 एग्जाम्पल 3.
डन सर.
8.
डन सर.
एक सेकंड ना 9
Done, sir.
10 एक मिनट ना
Done, sir.
11
Done, sir.
क्या नंबर था
12. ये 12 है.
ये 12 है क्या
हाँ जी सर 12.
12
Done, sir.
दिख रहा है ना
हाँ जी सर दिख रहा है.
13
Done, sir.
14 बहुत लिखना है आज तो
Done, sir.
15
Done, sir.
now in 100 pages book is 10 and I am going to give you some homework also try करने के लिए is 10 screenshot 1
Done, sir.
screenshot 2
Done, sir.
3
Done, sir.
4
Done, sir.
5
Done, sir.
6
Done, sir.
7
Done, sir.
हार्दिक आजू बाजू में बहुत आवाज है बेटा
Sorry, sir. वो brother class later.
अच्छा 8
Done, sir.
बस हाँ ये 9 एक सेकंड ना 9 यहां तक बस
Done, sir.
9 यहां तक ही लिखना नीचे का एग्जाम्पल मत लिखना
ठीक है सर यहीं तक ही लिखा.
लैंड नहीं लिखना है आपको ये ध्यान में रखो कोई भी लिखना नहीं है अभी ठीक
ठीक
है
है सर.
सो एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चंस वेट एडिशनल क्वेश्चंस जो मैं क्वेश्चन ले रहा हूं 4 5 6 7 7 8 हाँ जी ये कीजिए ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कीजिए आज का एडिशनल क्वेश्चन है ये ट्राई टू सॉल्व दिस डोंट राइट दिस क्वेश्चन हाँ
ओके सर.
हाँ
Done, sir.
ट्राई टू सॉल्व ये लास्ट S2 के क्वेश्चन है ये बढ़िया क्वेश्चन है एकदम ये एक सॉल्व करना स्क्रीनशॉट 2 ये सॉल्व करना मस्त क्वेश्चन है
Done, sir.
ये तो हो गया हमारा ये ट्राई के लिए करना ये क्वेश्चन जस्ट ट्रायल के लिए 3 नंबर
Done, sir.
ये करना 4
Done, sir.
ये एक ट्राई करना 5
Done, sir.
और ये करना, ये भी मस्त क्वेश्चन है।
Done, sir.
चलो, so this is all for today's session. Yes, हार्दिक, any closing remark? आज के सेशन में क्या फायदा हुआ आपको?
सर प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट अच्छे से समझ में आ गया। उसमें हमने पहले तो स्टार्टिंग में रिवीजन करी है स्टॉक की, उसके बाद प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट में हमने टिल कॉस्ट एंड रिवैल्यूएशन मॉडल तक हमने देख लिया, वहां तक सारा क्लियर हो गया। और सर वो तो सबसे अच्छा वाला वो था कि एक्चुअल एंड वो नॉर्मल कैपेसिटी वाला जो मैकेनिकली कर रहे थे, उसका लॉजिक समझ में आया।
अभी आज से थोड़ा पढ़ाई ज्यादा रहेगा, daily 3 hours apart other than class timings, because now you have to finish with your 400 pages book also. Do not give up, backlog mat rehne dijiye, stay motivated full day and do it properly. Thank you, take care, bye bye.
थैंक यू सर।
Yes beta, thank you.
सर